Yo, welcome back to another video. We are in the Open Great League, and let's see what we're running with today. We got the Defense Deoxys paired with the Umbreon and Skarmory. Great lead here. They switch out into their Annihilate. Annihilate here is going to get met with our Umbreon. We don't necessarily have a great counter to this. I guess we could have thrown a Psycho Boost onto this Annihilate, but we decided to just switch out, and we do catch the Annihilate running the Night Slash and Shadow Ball variant. They don't have any charge move that is going to be super effective against this Umbreon. So we're going to be able to at least get a shield here. Trying to get to another foul play. Our opponent does get to another move. We're going to allow this one to go through. We do survive it barely. And that allows us to get to another foul play here. Foul play here does get the second shield. So 2 shields traded for the alignment. Not bad. We're going to come in here with our Skarmory looking to tank the move. We do tank this Shadow Ball. They were definitely going to come back in with their Sand Slash, but then they revealed that they have the Azumarill in the back. So we still have a good situation here, as we do have Thunderbolt for this Azumarill. We have 2 shields as well. We just shield everything. Ends up being the player up, and now they're in big trouble because now we're going to be able to get to this Thunderbolt, get this taken out to the low red. And now we just allow this player up to go through because we can farm a little bit, and we're going to be able to do super effective fast move against this Shadow, Alolan, Sand Slash. So that is GG's right there. Our opponent realizes it, and on to the next game. So the Deoxys did a ton of work that last game, actually, taking out that Azumarill and basically taking out that Sand Slash. So here we have a decent matchup. We're going to stay in, throw the Thunderbolt here, get this Reggie into the low yellow. They are going to be able to throw a move. We know that we can tank that move no matter what. We do happen to survive the debuff, so then it forces our opponent to switch out into their Umbreon. So funny enough, we're going to match their Umbreon with our own Umbreon, and this is just to get the switch clock to refresh, and then we can play from there. They technically have the advantage with the energy advantage, but let's see if we're going to be able to wiggle out of this situation. We do have to consider winning this switch because, okay, they actually switch out for us. I was going to say, we do not want the Skarmory to be matched up against our Reggie. So they did switch out for us. We did take out the Reggie with our own Deoxys, and now they're going to come straight back in with their Umbreon. So they have shown a double weakness to fighting, expecting some kind of fairy flying poison in the back. And so that's why we're going to come back in with our Umbreon and hoping that our Skarmory can win the game for us. We're going to be able to get to this last resort here. Is it going to get a shield? No shield, and they reveal that they have the Gallade in the back. So Gallade is also makes sense using a Psychic type to protect, but unfortunately, this Gallade cannot get through this Skarmory without using some close combats, which will debuff their attack, or they will debuff their defense, excuse me. So we were able to play that end game perfectly using our Skarmory, and not shielding the first one, but shielding the second one just in case they baked. So here we have the Wigglytuff here. Wigglytuff doesn't want to get matched up against our Umbreon, so we're going to stay in. We're going to throw this Thunderbolt here. Thunderbolt is going to be able to do some neutral damage. They just had a shield, so they really want to keep that Wigglytuff alive. Then they're going to switch into their Feraligatr. This Feraligatr here is going to be extremely spammy. We let them throw the first move. They are able to get to a second move, unfortunately. We're going to be able to get to this foul play afterwards. Luckily, it wasn't CAP tie, so we have that going for us. Now we're going to be able to throw another foul play. This foul play does take out the Feraligatr. After the Feraligatr leaves, we are left with enough energy to throw a last resort back at this Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff does take out the Umbreon. We're going to come straight in with our Skarmory. We can tank any and all moves. They decide to go for the Disarming Voice. Ends up not being the right play. We do have a low health Deoxys, though. This low health Deoxys is able to take down this Guzzlord into the yellow. And we're going to allow the first move to go through. Crunch comes through. We do get the debuff, unfortunately. So we are in a bad situation right now because they're going to shield here and then they're going to get to another move. We have to shield here because of how low we are. Even if this is Dragon Claw, it still would do some decent damage, and they do have a move ready on their Wigglytuff here. So well played by my opponent, unable to win the Wigglytuff lead. They did have the Wigglytuff Guzzlord core, and we just could not break it, unfortunately. All right, next game. Let's see what we have. We got the Shadow Dragonair. Shadow Dragonair here, pretty fragile, but it is going to be able to do some really good fast move damage. Right now, we do take the shield advantage and then we switch. Sorry, no shield. We take the damage and switch. This Umbreon here is going to have to tank a Focus Blast. So Umbreon here versus the Reggie, all we're trying to do at this point is just to chip at it so that we could farm down with the Deoxys. Deoxys is going to be the key to this game because even though it isn't necessarily going to do amazing in the lead, potentially we can farm down, and then now we have energy to throw something and then dip. So this is the power of Deoxys, is this chip and dip method. We do get the Psycho Boost and then we get out of there. We do have the Lickitung to deal with. Lickitung is going to be able to throw the inefficient Body Slam. So we're going to shield here because this Dragonair is basically down to one move. Now we're going to have a ton of energy to throw at this Lickitung. Lickitung does shield the first one. Now we have enough energy to throw another move. They decide to double shield, and now they have no shields. We're going to try to get them to use some energy here. Ends up being a Body Slam, doesn't quite KO. We try to get to a move right there, but unfortunately we faint on the move. So that is a good break for my opponent, but now our opponent does have to withstand the counters coming in from this Defense Deoxys. We know it can survive this Body Slam here, so that is GG's. Great job by the Deoxys surviving all of that and basically countering through their entire team. They had Registeel, they had a Lickitung, so a lot of Pokemon that they have weak to this Deoxys. All right, here we go. We got the Lickitung versus the Defense Deoxys. We're going to chip and dip here because we kind of have two counters to this Lickitung. The Lickitung decides to throw a Body Slam at this Umbreon. Wondering what they have in the back. Okay. Ends up being the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz here is only going to be able to throw neutral Aerial Aces. We are also going to be able to throw neutral Last Resorts. At this range, not quite sure who's going to be able to win the switch, but you can see we are withstanding all of these moves just as well as this Mandibuzz. They get us into the yellow first. We do have another Last Resort coming in. Last Resort gets them into the yellow, and now it comes down to timing. Will we be able to get to another probably need at least two more Last Resorts before they can get to two more Aerial Aces. One Aerial Ace goes through, we get to this Last Resort, gets it into the low yellow, and then we decide to snipe their energy. We come back in with our Defense Deoxys, and we do snipe their energy, which is a good break for us. They come straight back in with their Lickitung. Now we're going to use this Defense Deoxys to just chip even more at this Lickitung. We do go for the Thunderbolt, and now our opponent reveals that they have the Tropius in the back. Tropius is going to have to tank a Psycho Boost. They decided to shield there, which makes sense. But unfortunately for them, we do have the Skarmory to counter their Tropius. So GG's. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.